Brooklyn, New York, and the home of the Nets. We are near. Thanks, DA. And Drummond is just a hulk of a man. He's really the backbone of this team. And Clark, tonight we have an incredible matchup at the guard position. What do you think we'll see?
Well, both of these guys are outstanding scorers, and they get their own shot rather easily, so that'll be fun to watch. And not only can they get their own shot, but they're both good at creating for others as well. So I tell you what, this could be a doozy, Kevin. This could really be a lot of fun to watch.
And he can time his passes so perfectly. Wow, what an assist.
And a look at the starters for the Pistons. Lure and Drummond together down low. Jackson and Bradley are in the backcourt. And it's Harris in at the 3 spot. And it's Detroit's ball. They defeated the Pelicans in their last game.
And when you shoot a high percentage from distance, that gives you momentum and really keeps the opponent on the ropes.
Yep, exactly. And it also stretches that defense out a little bit, expands the floor for you, and makes things really hard for the defenders when you space and stretch them like that. Boy, what a slick job of passing from Jeremy Lin on that one.
Last game for Brooklyn, they picked up the W against the Raptors.
Yeah, and in that game, we saw a lot of sloppy play from the opposing offense. They coughed the ball up, a lot of unforced turnovers.
And that did make things relatively easy for them. You know, it's nice to get a win and not have to work too hard for it.
Crab. And it's Lure with the rebound.
And that's the shot you want to create. They just can't get it to fall.
That's what I call an everything but. Good execution, just didn't knock it down. But you're right, they're happy with that shot.
Nets have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Lin from long range, off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
Well, I tell you, when Okafor sees a wide open teammate, he really zips the ball over to set him up for a clean look at the bucket.
Jackson kicks to Bradley. Back to Jackson. Lays it up and banks it in. Jackson's got his first bucket in this one.
Yeah, good awareness there. He sees an opening and doesn't hesitate.
Oh, it's a thing of beauty watching him attack the defense like that. I mean, they wanted no part of him on that layup.
Harris outside. It's blocked, and that's out of bounds. Detroit will retain possession. Just about 2 minutes into the game, first quarter of basketball.
And how about the interior defense here early on? They have really shut down the middle.
And that's always your first priority defensively, Greg, and I think they're doing a nice job.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Bradley dishes to Drummond. Back to Bradley. Here's the 3. Bradley with another miss. Nets leading by 7. Moving it up. Then the pass to Crab. And he can't extend the lead to double digits. Detroit's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Harris hits the front of the rim and out.
Nothing dropping for him, so I think in the best interest of his team, he may need to think about not shooting right now.
And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
Time-dropping delights is what I call it.
Yeah, that's a nice pass. I will give you that one.
Yeah, he was on the money, that's no doubt. Okafor comes in with the double team. And Lure kicks to Drummond. On the wing, Harris. Clock at 6. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
He's been anything but his usual self this quarter. It's actually been ugly to see.
And Mozgov throws it down.
And jumping out like this, man, you automatically start thinking blowout.
Yeah, you know, it's early for sure, but still, they're flat out owning this team right now.
And here we can now take a look at how the ratio was between the 3s and the 2s last season for the Pistons.
And I think they had the right idea. They didn't rely too much on the three-point shot or, for that matter, the inside game. They kind of altered their game plan depending on the opponent and really avoided being one-dimensional. And when you look at what the Pistons have done, pretty clear this is a team that has a vision of who they want to be. Strong defensively, really good at rebounding the basketball, and I think deliberate and patient on the offensive side of the floor.
Mozgov against Harris. He feeds it to Drummond. And it's Russell with the rebound. Russell's got 3 rebounds now in this one. Here's Crabbe. The shot, no good. Bradley with some nice D. Pistons trail by 9. And Harris wide open. He shoots. And the 3 off target.
Trailing here in the game, you can look at his performance as a direct indicator of why they're losing.
That one goes in.
Aggressive coming out of the gate here, guys. Wow.
Tone setting, that's what I call it. Grabbing this one by the throat early on and then squeezing it hard.
And Lure wide open. He shoots it, kept alive.
Boy, I like the activity of Drummond on the glass. I mean, he's so big and active. Excellent timing and hands, always pounding and grinding for offensive rebound.
Mozgov with the bucket. Mozgov's got 10 points in the game.
And I need to see some more assertiveness out of these defenders.
Got a piece of it. And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Lynn.
And let's review some numbers for Lynn. Averaging about 27 points per, 11 assists, and over 3.5 steals. And his playmaking really stands out, making his teammates better offensively with his terrific passing.
Yeah, he's outstanding at controlling the tempo. I mean, keeps the ball moving and, of course, finds the open man.
Picked away. Here's Carroll. And he goes in for the dunk.
Yeah, pounding it inside once again. They have taken over this game physically.
Schooling them right now. Taking them to the woodshed. Super aggressive and owning the paint.
Kennard, he's checked in for Detroit. Smith comes in for Reggie Jackson. Smith with it. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 7.5 points a game. There's a screen by Marjanovic. Drummond passes to Marjanovic. 5 to shoot. Pistons passing it around. Kennard got a piece of it.
7'2" wingspan of Hollis Jefferson paying off right there. His defense can be suffocating.
And from the opening tip, they just crushed it. You see it now on the scoreboard.
Clearly in great rhythm. They've got it going on. I mean, in a big way. Excellent job at establishing a huge lead early on.
And it's going to be out of bounds. The Pistons will retain possession. Let's go to the 2K leaderboard. Here are the team leaders in steals. You need to play heads up against these squads. Number 1, the Nets.
And it's no accident to see them at that top spot, guys. I mean, great awareness and anticipation. They apply a ton of pressure defensively. And you know what, call it great defense or poor offense. Either way, they're limiting their scoring.
Craig, bottom line is they're ahead on the scoreboard, and that's all that matters.
That's the 10th straight point they've given up in the paint.
And you know, it doesn't matter how good your defense is on the perimeter if you're going to allow easy ones inside like that.
Time called here. The Pistons decide to talk it over. They're getting their first look of the season at the Nets in this one.
Yeah, and they lost the season series to this squad last time around. Maybe a little extra motivation tonight to show they've improved.
Yeah, I couldn't agree with you more. 2 teams in the bottom half of the conference as far as respect goes. They're both scratching and clawing to try to get a little more of that respect.
And they've scored several times already here in the first quarter on the inside.
Allen, it's good on the putback. Allen's got his second basket of the night.
They've been sensational on the backboard to start this game.
Yeah, sensational is a really good word for it, Greg. They're tearing it up on the glass.
Drummond sets the screen for Smith. The putback, and Drummond is right there. Drummond's got 6. 1:37 left in the first quarter. Dinwiddie dishes to Allen. Shoots over Marjanovic. Not enough on that one as it misses.
You just make the assumption that's going down. I mean, an uncontested mid-range jumper, I think he should have buried it, but you know what? He didn't. It happens.
And Marjanovic with the slam.
And didn't do anything fancy there, but didn't need to.
Nope, his only concern right now is getting the points on the board. And I don't mean style points.
Hey, I thought there was some style there, guys. What are you guys looking at? I mean, it was still a pretty sweet, flavorful one-hand flush.
55 seconds left in the first. Here's Dinwiddie, and he bangs it home with one hand.
Well, there you go. One team operating on all cylinders at both ends. Steals, fast break buckets, and the other team in scramble mode.
And the replay is courtesy of Under Armour. Unleash chaos. It was a great sequence from the steal all the way to the finish at the other end. Back to Marjanovic. Yes, and it's Smith with the assist that time. He's got 6.
You talk about passing. Smith is one of the best in the game in that aspect. An incredible distributor.
That one's not going to go. Good D by Drummond. Pistons trail by 15. 1 second separating the shot clock and game clock.
I think he's going to have to be more cautious on defense. He can't afford to pick up a third foul here in the first quarter.
Brooklyn on defense.
Ouch. 3 fouls for him already, and now if you're the coach, you got to think about sitting him down.
The Pistons shooting their first free throws of the game. First one falls for him.
And, you know, Smith, the former Demon Deacon, he's a savvy veteran whose passing and shooting really can frustrate opponents.
To the inside, here's Zeller, right through the D for the layup. And the Nets lead by 15. Smith kicks to Marjanovic. Over Zeller. And so it's Brooklyn, finding a 15-point lead at the end of the quarter. Their strategy has been clear tonight. Work the ball inside, get shots in the paint, and now they are scoring with ease. And we've got more NBA action on 2K Sports coming your way after this break. Welcome back, folks. We'll see if we're in store for a more tightly contested quarter as we... Nets leading by 15. On the court for the Pistons, Marjanovic is out there with Andre Drummond. Then it's Smith. Then it's Johnson. And it's Galloway in at the shooting guard position.
And over the course of the Nets franchise history, some interesting decisions. I mean, back in the 90s, they came very close to changing the team name to the Swamp Dragons. I think I'm just going to leave that one right there.
Outside Carroll. Tries again. The shot misses. Now the Pistons take it the other way. Galloway kicks to Smith. It's deflected. They recover it. Harris outside. But they recover it. Allen passes to Harris. Bangs home the trifecta. Harris has got himself on the board with 3 there.
You know, the defense was lax right there, and he's able to make them pay.
So, Greg, how close were the Nets to being the Swamp Dragons anyway?
Well, it needed a unanimous vote of all the teams to change it, but there was one vote against it. The Nets themselves voted against the change, and they had 7 owners who rotated voting duties, and the one on deck got cold feet.
Just about a minute and a half has gone by here in the second. Here's Whitehead. Makes it off the glass. Whitehead's got his first points in this one.
And some guys just have a nose for scoring, and this one couldn't have been any easier.
Yeah, that was actually no defense at all there, Greg. I mean, layups don't come any easier than that. I mean, they're piling it on now.
Knocked loose. In transition, here come the Nets. A pull-up. And it's off the back rim, no good. Pistons trail by 16. Johnson kicks to Smith. Shoots over Carroll. Smith gets it to go on the assist by Johnson.
And, you know, granted, the defense makes a concerted effort there, but Smith is used to having guys right on him when he's pulling the trigger for that jumper.
And the first timeout called of the game for Brooklyn. Clark, you played with so many players throughout your terrific career. What was the one trait that you found made a player easy to play with on the floor?
Well, I think it starts with skill and ability, and everybody has that in the NBA. But attitude and demeanor, unselfishness is kind of where I'm headed there. Desire to do what's needed and to recognize strengths and weaknesses. And then the other piece was this personality, a real joy in playing the game. And those things, to me, always lent themselves to being a good teammate.
A nice shot by Lynn. Lynn's got 7 points in the game.
And how about the fast hands and then getting right out in transition?
Well, turning defense into offense, Greg. Outstanding effort there. Swiped it away with ease, and off they went.
The Pistons making a change here. Lures checked in. Jackson against Len. There's the screen. Bradley kicks to Harris. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Marjanovic. Again, the miss by the Pistons.
He operates well in traffic, but still, that's just a tough play to finish.
There's Crabbe with the 3, and he's still waiting to make his first shot for the night. Now 0 of 4. Here's Bradley. It's good. He scores. That's his first basket after missing his first 2 attempts. Now 1 for 3.
And they are earning points with the jump shot now.
Out to Russell from deep three-point range, and there's a whistle. That's going to go on Timothy Mozgov. That is his first foul of the game. Pistons trail by 14. Jackson passes to Marjanovic. Poked away. Bradley up top, defended by Lynn. Bradley dishes to Jackson, and they double up Jackson. And out of bounds as the Nets gain possession. While we have a quick chance here, let's now take a look at some point guards who have been dead on target from the floor over the course of the past 10 games. Number 1, D'Angelo Russell. And, of course, Jeremy Lin.
As a point guard, you want to create the best possible shot every trip down the floor. And given the way these guys have shot the ball, you know, it's not a bad idea every now and then for them to go it alone.
Well, you know they're not going to do that, though. I mean, even as deadly as they are from the field, they're always looking to set up their teammates first.
And D'Angelo Russell picks up the foul. That's his first foul. Lynn against Jackson. Bradley is screen on Lynn. Lure the screen. To the inside. 5 on the clock. And slam dunk by Harris.
And if that doesn't get them fired up, guys, nothing will.
Greg, just what the doctor ordered, huh? Some high-flying antics to narrow the deficit.
Tell you what, fellas, that could give them the energy boost they've been looking for.
Pistons trail by 15. And here's Jackson. 11 points for him in that last game against the Pelicans in New Orleans. And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Lynn. Jackson against Lynn. Back to Jackson. Inside, Marjanovic. Mozgov with the block.
7-1 with a plus wingspan. Mozgov can send your shot behind you in a hurry.
And great hustle to turn that block shot into a fast break opportunity. Big time play on both ends.
Now a timeout called by Detroit.
Yeah, he's got to make some adjustments here. Just too easy to score in the lane against them right now.
Yeah, there's no reason why they should be scoring at will down there easily as they have. I mean, they've got to be more aggressive inside.
Detroit making a switch here. Kennard's checked in. Harris inside. He's against Okafor. Jackson kicks to Lure. Mozgov with the block, and he gets it back. Nets leading by 17. Inside, here's Okafor. Good, and the assist goes to Russell. Russell's got his 3rd assist on the night.
Just increasing their advantage, and right now they're in a zone on both ends.
Yeah, you know, it's got to be terribly deflating for the opposition. Boy, they look helpless, really getting beat up physically and emotionally.
6 to shoot. Lure sets the pick for Harris. Shoots over Mozgov. Detroit with a fresh 24. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there. The Pistons shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game. Free throw good. Lure in the post. Clark, you were as polished as they come. I watched it with my own eyes and loved the way you play. Just how important, when you go back to that time, is footwork for a big man in the NBA?
Well, I think it's everything regardless of what size you are, big or small. Fundamentally sound footwork is essential to being a solid offensive basketball player. And as a guy who played inside and out, it was something I took pride in. And I wasn't the greatest athlete, a decent athlete, so my footwork allowed me to gain an advantage against bigger guys. And, you know, Kevin, this team is struggling a bit right now. I mean, I hope he can find his rhythm and start making his shots out there soon. Otherwise, ...
Bradley passes to Harris. Knocks it loose. Jackson kicks to Harris. And slam dunk by Harris.
You know, didn't need 2 hands for that slam. One will do just fine.
You're right. He can save the other hand for the next time.
Yeah, I like the variety, though. Nice to switch it up.
Oh, I dunk you very much.
He can really fly, and you combine that, Greg, with some nice penetration, too, and you've got 2 points.
A lot of bounceability there, guys. I mean, well above the rim. That's what makes him dangerous.
And Lure kicks to Bradley. Lure sets the pick for Bradley. Shoots over Mozgov, and Bradley gets it to go. Bradley's got 4 points in the quarter.
He's making it look easy scoring out there because he's much more efficient here in the second.
The Nets working the ball around now. Dinwiddie dishes to Mozgov. That one falls coming off Dinwiddie's feet. 14 points for Timofey Mozgov.
And 10 of their last 12 coming off assists.
And here we go. Brooklyn fast break. Here's Okafor, and Okafor slams it in.
Cannot afford to let Okafor get near the bucket. I mean, he is really skilled at finishing those looks, and he does so with authority.
And that's his 4th foul, and we're not even at halftime. That is going to limit his playing time and his aggressiveness the rest of the game.
Allen's checked in for Brooklyn. Damari Carroll comes in for Okafor. Detroit also making some changes. Drummond's checked in for Tobias Harris. Langston Galloway comes in for Bradley. And it's Ish Smith in for Jackson.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Yeah, yeah, completely a brain fade. I don't know where that came from. Just lost sense of time and the situation.
Looking at who's out there now for the Nets. Harris is checked in for Hollis Jefferson, and it's Whitehead in for LeVert. And the Pistons making a change here as well. Johnson's checked in.
And when he's got that much of a height advantage on the perimeter, it's really tough on the defender. Easy 3-pointer.
Smith outside, and Lure kicks to Johnson. Shot clock at 5. That's tipped. It's a 4-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. And the basket by Harris.
And aggressive defense causing the mistake, then cashing in.
Yeah, that's a momentum changer for sure. You got to like the steal and the finish at the other end. That's the thing, paying that steal off with the finish.
Ring shot on the way. Here's Allen, and slam dunk by Allen.
And you just hate to give up those second chance points.
Yeah, those are back crushers. I mean, they really crack your back when you give teams second shots like that.
And so it's Brooklyn having no problem.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime
Welcome
Show.
back, folks. Ernie Johnson here along with Kenny the Jet Smith. And a fantastic first quarter from Timofey Mozgov. He had 14 points, 4 rebounds, and 1 assist. And from what we saw so far from the Nets, Kenny, what's your takeaway?
Well, they just about ran their offense to perfection. They pounded the ball inside, and the entry feeds were on time and on the money. It was a clinic to watch. The second half is...
And that is just about going to...
Welcome back, everyone, to the start of the second half. Big margin on our hands, but we'll see if that gap narrows. And for Brooklyn, their shooting is beautiful right now. 60% for the game. Pretty much everyone out there has been stroking it. Well, we've got a moment. Let's set the floor. Brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up for the second half. And Brooklyn, looking who they've got. Lynn and Russell are in the backcourt. Mozgov is out there with Okafor. And it's Crabbe in at the 3.
Jeremy Lin, an attack guard if there ever was one. He wants to play downhill all the time. Explodes to the rim and forces the defense to react to his drives.
And that replay brought to us by Under Armour. Another Unleash Chaos moment. One of the more exciting plays in basketball. And here is the shot chart as we see how things are going for Harris.
And the three-point game stands out as a major sore spot. It just has not been falling for him. I think at this point you start to get away from that shot. Try to engage in other parts of the offense. You don't want to hurt your team if that long ball isn't there.
Lynn's shot is off. And Lynn's athleticism certainly is underrated. Back, in fact, Clark, when he played with the Rockets, they said he had the quickest first step they'd ever measured.
Yeah, I agree with you. I mean, he is deceptively athletic, and he uses that athleticism at both ends. Defensively, he can get steals and blocks too, Kevin.
Here's Harris, and it's good off the back of the rim and in. Harris has got 6.
And, you know, Kevin, they count on him to provide offense, and he knows how to fill it up.
Lynn, good D by Drummond.
Now, that's superb defense in low. I mean, they played it well. Not easy trying to alter these shots without fouling the shooter, and that's a good job of doing both.
Allowing no space for the shooter to get comfortable. Just terrific defense.
Yeah, excellent extension on the block. Superb timing as well to swat that one away.
The Nets shooting their first shots from the free throw line tonight.
And on the season, you know, they're hitting about 76%, which is a decent rate.
Guys, their free throw shooting has slipped a bit since last year, but not really to the point where they should be overly concerned about it.
Lynn kicks to Russell. Yes! And a nice assist from Lynn. That's now 8 points for D'Angelo Russell.
The confidence from range, I mean, that's what scouts still insist will make Russell a top-level player.
Into the third we go. 2 minutes in now. Jackson passes to Bradley. Ball's knocked loose. Lynn with the steal. Good for basket number 7 tonight on a not so unlucky 13 shots.
Another turnover there leading to a basket.
And they've really made the most of all those chances they've had from these turnovers. It's really driving their offense right now. Actually, it's their best offense.
He muscles it in through the contact, and they call the foul. And he's on his way to the free throw line.
And, you know, Drummond is an experienced big man now. And because of that, he's gained confidence and has no problem shooting over the defense inside.
Marjanovic checked in for Detroit. It's stolen by Marjanovic. Jackson against Lynn. Offensive rebound. Here's Marjanovic. Excellent D there from Okafor.
That's what we're talking about in terms of the activity level defensively. You got to protect the rim.
Textbook defense all around. Nice job at contesting the shot without fouling, and that's how you do it. Well done.
Bradley kicks to Harris. Over Crabbe, the offensive rebound, and it's Drummond missing. Brooklyn's gone 2 of 2 from long range in the third quarter so far. Russell dishes to Crabbe. Lynn from long range. Detroit with the rebound.
You know, this just hasn't been his quarter. I mean, he doesn't seem to be comfortable at all, particularly shooting. I mean, he knows he's struggling right now.
And D'Angelo Russell picks up the foul. That'll be his second foul of the game. So Stan Van Gundy is going to talk to his team here. Timeout.
And really an interesting move by the Pistons, in effect shedding two starters in Contavious Caldwell-Pope and Marcus Morris for one in Avery Bradley. Stan Van Gundy clearly valued Bradley's leadership and playoff experience.
Pulls up. The putback. It's good on the putback.
Beautiful timing there by Mozgov. Converts off the miss.
In the third quarter with just over 3.5 minutes off the clock. Kicks it to Drummond. On the wing, Harris. Looking to get it going. And it's Lynn with the rebound.
And Avery Bradley, an unrestricted free agent after this season. The Pistons have made it clear they're willing to pay the luxury tax to retain his services.
Kennard, he's checked in for Drummond. And Clark, you've been a member of this booth and many others for quite some time. I've always wondered, how did you make the jump into broadcasting?
Well, you know what? I've always enjoyed the game, Kevin, been a student of the game, and have enjoyed reading and playing with words. So when my basketball playing career ended prematurely back in 1987, I got a chance to do Pacers radio, and from there fell in love with this new career and wanted to excel at it. And I've been at it now for over 30 years and hope to have a few more left in front of me.
Jackson passes to Bradley. They get a hand on it. There's Lynn with the three. The rebound by Marjanovic. Marjanovic has got 9 rebounds now tonight. Here's Kennard. And again, unable to change momentum here. In transition, here come the Nets. Nailed from three-point land. Russell's got 7 points for the quarter. And a look at how the hustle game has been going for Brooklyn.
Their high-energy defensive effort has paid off for them, guys, with more than a few steals over the course of the ball game.
They have, but you also can't overlook how well they've defended the rim, as they've challenged every shot and also gotten quite a few blocks as well.
There's a screen by Marjanovic. 4 on the clock. Bradley, no one around him. Detroit, no good that time either. Over to the left wing. Russell with a wide open look. The basket good off the assist from Lynn. Lynn's got his 7th assist in the game. Detroit's gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Moving it up. Here's Russell. Back to Lynn. And again, Brooklyn with the triple.
And it's been about that execution offensively. I mean, they have been superb.
Yeah, and you know, the ball moves faster than any bodies can, so that great ball movement and decision making, they're making all the right moves, Greg.
And that's out of bounds. Detroit will retain possession.
And checking out some stats for D'Angelo Russell. Tremendous numbers for him over the last 10 games. 4th in field goal percentage, 5th in steals, and ranking among the top 5 league-wide in three-point percentage. You have to consider him among the elite shooters in the NBA.
And yeah, he's such an efficient scorer, understands the offense, moves without the ball so well. That's why he's top 5 in field goal percentage. Unloads from 13. Here's Allen, and then Allen slams it in.
And doing some dirty work on the offensive glass.
And then fouls it up, Greg, with heavy-duty jam on his mind with a terrific putback.
Got a pigeon on that one. Easy money right there, fellas. Going old school on you young fellas. Look that up, pigeon.
Here's Dinwiddie. They get it again. Great positioning on the putback.
Guys, his consistency in terms of shooting has really helped them seize control.
The Pistons shooting just 35%. They've got to get better looks.
Well, one more and that's it. He'll be DQ, disqualified. Got to be able to defend without picking up that last disqualifying foul.
The Nets making a switch here. Harris is checked in. Smith kicks to Galloway. Smith dishes to Johnson. Off the mark, and the drought continues.
And they just tried everything to stem the tide here, but nothing seems to work.
Yeah, they can't find anything. They're lost right now. Everything working against them.
Tipped away. Smith left side. There's a screen by Marjanovic. Smith kicks to Marjanovic. 5 on the clock over Allen. And the shot no good, a bit short.
Yeah, he's costing them right now, sabotaging them a little bit. He's got to find his shot if they want to win this game.
Dinwiddie's shot is off. Detroit's gone 1 of 4 in three-point shots here in the third. Harris. Rebounded by the Nets.
No other way to put it. Just a rough quarter in terms of scoring. He has not been helping at all.
For 3, Harris. Detroit with the rebound. Marjanovic has got double-digit rebounds now in the game. Harris against Johnson. 2-on-1 as they jump out on the break. Buries the jumper to finish the break. Carroll's got his second bucket tonight.
And that's his role. That's where Carroll's at his best, the catch and shoot.
Now here is Smith. Defense right on him. And that goes out of bounds. Last touch by Carroll. Whitehead's checked in for Harris. And the Pistons making a change here as well. John Lure, he's checked in for Harris. Smith outside. Pass to Johnson. Detroit, no good that time either.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
7-second difference, shot and game clock. Outside Carroll. That one falls, coming off Dinwiddie's feet. Dinwiddie's got 5 assists in the game. And, well, Detroit shooting 32% overall right now, not one of their better showings. Smith kicks to Marjanovic. And Marjanovic with the slam. And he's now got the double-double. 10 points and 11 rebounds.
Oh, fellas, that was a vicious two-hand monster slam.
Guys, I don't think there was anyone who could have stopped him on that one.
Well, guys, I'm glad they didn't try because I don't want anybody to get hurt out there.
And out of bounds as Brooklyn gains possession.
Simply missed a connection there. I mean, I like the unselfishness. Admirable, but just not the result.
Here's Dinwiddie. No good.
Boy, the quick feed of Smith there, making his presence felt on the defensive end of the floor.
And so it's the Brooklyn Nets with a huge lead at the break. Safe to say there's no catching them today. They have made it very tough to get a shot off against them. Their defense has been stifling. We've got more NBA basketball coming your way in just a minute. Let's listen in now to head coach Stan Van Gundy from a few moments ago.
We're not going to get this all back at once. Just play our game. Pick up our defense.
And we welcome you back as we get going here in the fourth quarter. The final quarter of play can change everything. And Detroit, looking at who they've got. Ish Smith is out there with Reggie Bullock. Then it's Johnson, and there's Anthony Tolliver, and it's Ellenson in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Stolen away. Fast break, here we go. And Russell with the basket on the assist by Okafor. Okafor's got assist number 5 here tonight.
Just giving up way too many transition opportunities.
You know, it's okay to give up a few if you're getting them back on the other end, but that hasn't been the case here.
Pass to Bullock. And last season, one of the first where a coach was not let go during the regular season. A rarity, Clark, in the NBA. Do you think coaches get too much of the blame at times?
I would agree with that, Kevin. It's a great responsibility and challenge to coach in the NBA, but more times than not, they do sometimes get an unfair share of the blame for what happens on the court.
Smith kicks to Ellenson. Rebound, Brooklyn. Okafor's got 5 rebounds tonight.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Yeah, you look across the board, it's actually sizing up, shaping up to be a great game. I mean, strong performances throughout, and they've really been strong on the glass.
Some changes for Brooklyn. Mozgov, he's checked in for Allen. And it's Jeremy Lin in for Dinwiddie. Here is Lin. And the layup's good off the glass. Lin's got 25 points in the game.
I'm sorry, that's poor defense down low again. It's been a mismatch thus far in the paint.
I'd agree with you, and I don't think they expected this one to be a game where they would get battered inside like they have.
Look at the big fella working on that possession. He knows how to fend guys off and get those rebounds.
Good, and it's Russell picking up the assist. That's 28 points for Lynn.
And you can see the play calling this half. Another one from distance.
Well, they're dialed in, locked and loaded from outside the arc. It's all about the triple so far.
Knocks it loose. And Lynn with a clear path to the hoop. Finish off the break. Lynn's got 30 points.
And they're really in a good position here, thanks in part to the way he's been able to score the basketball.
Smith against Lynn. Smith kicks to Bullock, and it's Ellenson in the corner. Tries to snap the cold streak. Bullock good.
And no matter who it is, that kind of D isn't going to get it done.
Here's Russell. It's good again, and an excellent 7 for 8 shooting night so far.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
Smith kicks to Johnson. Terrific design on the pick play, and he lays it in.
And really, the defense didn't do a lot to fight around that screen on that possession.
In the pass to Mozgov. And Ellenson pulls it down.
And, you know, that's an easy one. You can't miss these shots. Those are makeable shots, especially when the defense isn't on its game.
And it's Smith missing.
And listen, sometimes even the best of us are going to miss the easiest of opportunities.
Here's Russell with the 3. It's not going to go for him. For Detroit, they've gone just 33% from the field in the fourth quarter so far. They are 2 of 6. And there's a whistle. That goes on Jeremy Lin. That'll be his second foul of the game. For the Pistons, Kennard, he's checked in for Reggie Bullock. And it's Jackson in for Smith. Here's Jackson. They set the pick, and there's a whistle. That goes on Jeremy Lin. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far. So it's the Pistons now. Jackson with it. He's picked up by Russell. Clock at 6. Jackson in the corner. Launches it. Okafor grabs the miss. Okafor's got rebound number 8 here tonight in the game. And he makes that one. 32 points for Lin.
Kevin, Jeremy Lin's skill set allows him to effortlessly dominate at the offensive end. He's not only a good ball handler, but he scores with versatility.
And D'Angelo Russell picks up the foul. That's his 3rd foul of the game. Lin against Jackson. Out to the right wing. 4 on the shot clock. 3-pointer. A rebound by the Nets.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
And really a reflection of their superior effort level to this point. It seems to me they've gone after this win a little bit more.
Passes it to Kennard. They double him with Russell. The pass to Kennard. Pistons passing it around. Here's Jackson. Jackson missing again.
Boy, he has been cold for a while now.
Yeah, he has been, and he's got to find his stroke because he's holding back his team as a result of his poor shooting.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today, ending with a basket coming off a pretty pass?
Well, when you look at the assist totals, heck, they've been clearly the better team.
And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact. That one on Mozgov.
And Jackson certainly doesn't lack confidence. A speedy guard who can fill it up in no time.
So after making the first, he goes 1 for 2. And again, Brooklyn running the court in transition. Got that bucket in no time at all. And it's 37 points for Lin.
And you can see it. They're in a nice rhythm in terms of shooting. It's been that way the entire second half.
And you know, Greg, it's hard to ask for much more than that because they're getting to their spots and they're knocking down the shots. Wow, he was just wide open there. That's way too easy.
Out to Russell, shoots the three. Yes! And a nice assist from Lynn. Lynn's got assist number 8 now on the night. Here's Jackson. There's the screen. He dishes it to Johnson. Here's Ellenson. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Brooklyn's gone 3 of 4 from downtown here in the fourth. Lynn kicks to Russell. Back to Lynn. Shoots a three. And again, Brooklyn with the triple.
And they're just living beyond the arc here, really the entire fourth quarter.
And, you know, this is the time to do it. Sinking triple after triple. And it ends up becoming contagious.
From 13, Johnson can't get it to go. Brooklyn's gone to three-point range for 12 of their points in the final quarter on 4 of 5 shooting. From outside the arc, the shot comes out, and it's Detroit the other way. The dish to Jackson. Feeds to Johnson. Back to Jackson. A putback, controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
Just in a perfect position to grab that rebound and then get the putback.
Here's Lynn, and he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2.
And, you know, the former undrafted point guard just continues to impress. Lynn is an exciting, unpredictable player on the court, but he brings value, too.
1:30 left here in the fourth quarter.
And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, a dominating performance for the Nets.
It was a standout performance across the board.
I mean, it was like watching a cat play with a mouse. They were able to do more or less whatever they wanted.
And this will make it 36 wins on the year for them.
And against a conference opponent, always good to take that first win of the season series to establish a psychological edge.
Especially because they're going to get together 3 more times this season, Greg. You love to get an opponent figured out early, and you're going to be seeing them that often.
And what a tremendous standout performance it was for Lynn.
I thought his active hands were a big help. I mean, he took some chances on defense, and his gambles paid off. He got a bunch of steals.
And Brooklyn has possession. Here's Mozgov. Back to Lynn. Outside Russell, and the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Lynn.
That is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges.
Smith checked in for Detroit. First one falls for him. And so he makes both from the line. 34 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Lynn dishes to Mozgov. And that one goes long. Here's Kennard. He's guarded by Russell. And out of bounds as the Nets gain possession. We've got 22 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Lynn the pass. To Mozgov. Misses from short range. To the middle. And now here's Johnson, the fast break chance. Here's Lynn. Russell from long range. That one's not going to go. And so it's Brooklyn easily grabbing this one. And the outcome of this one was never in doubt.
And boy, they really put in a supreme effort.
ride your wave. Nope, no way, no. Hard to binge, just to ride the rave. $10 million, gotta hide to save.